But I want to get into this tea with y'all, honey. I've been spilled this tea to y'all. Y'all know I always be spilling the tea early. That's why we reviewing tea this week, so that next week, honey, we be back at the forefront of the movement. Now, honey, I've been told y'all about D.L. Howard. Yes, retired basketball player, retired not by choice but by force, honey. About 30 teams passed on him. Yeah, I've been told y'all about the text messages. We've been talked about Harper. We've been talked about Stephen Harper, honey. We have been talked about Stephen Harper, honey. Yes. More details had came out during our break. More details had came out during our season break. Honey, if you want the breakdown of the 101 of D.L. Howard 101, honey, the link to that video is in the description, honey. D.L. Howard exposed. Yes, honey, exposed. This is Stephen Harper. Stephen then put out a case on Dwight, honey. Stevenson pulled out a case on D.L., honey. Stephen had been told us the tea, but honey, Stephen then took it to court, so now it's becoming legitimate. It's becoming legitimized. Stephen said that, we seen the text messages. It was a setup. Stephen was told to come on over. Come on over, baby. And he came over. But what Stephen wasn't prepared for is Miss Kitty. Stephen wasn't prepared for Kitty. And Stephen is the one who put Kitty picture out there. Yes, this is off of Stephen's Instagram, honey. Yes, I like Kitty. Miss Kitty said how you want her. Miss Kitty said how you get into the material. Get into Miss Kitty material. Stephen wasn't ready for... Oh, I didn't know that this was a sheer see-through negligee. Oh, Lord. Claudia Jordan, you really need some work on your costume, honey, because you didn't make it work how Miss Kitty made it work. What's up? Honey, how you want Kurt? Honey. Y'all see Miss Kitty? Honey, y'all see Miss Kitty, bitch? Oh, Lord. Anyway, Stephen wasn't prepared for Miss Kitty. Stephen thought that it was just going to be him and the DL. Stephen didn't know it was going to be him, the DL, and the Puss. The Kitty. Honey, and Stephen wasn't ready for DL to have the kitty meat in his mouth, honey. Stephen wasn't ready for the kitty meat to be in DL's mouth, honey. Stephen was probably halfway ready for Stephen's meat to be in DL's mouth, honey. Jesus. Praise the Lord, honey. Since then, honey, court documents has stated, DL has admitted to being DL, definition of the trade. Honey, this is somebody who is clocked in court documents for being a homosexual and still said that they straight. That is the definition of the trade. They be delusional. Like Matthew and the other queer that was in here trying to defend DJ Academics in the chat. They be lunatics, honey. Cuckoo clocks, bitch. Alright. Cuckoo clock and the grandfather clock is two different clocks. I'd rather be a grandfather clock than a cuckoo clock. Personally. That's just me personally. But now, honey, this is how DL responded in his most recent interview on Shade 4-5 when he was asked about his tea.
Just chilling? Yeah. Mr. Dwight Howard, man. Let's give a loud hand clap for Mr. Dwight Howard. Now, you're going viral, bro, for a lot of things. So I just gotta ask for the people. Me personally, I don't give a fuck, right? But they say this is the safest time. Are you gay, bro?
Is this what you want to talk about?
No, I don't want to talk about that, bro.
So then why are we talking about it?
Because you went viral off of that, bro.
I've been viral for a lot of things.
And I want to talk about that, too.
And what I do in my personal life is nobody fucking business.
Thank you. I just want you to answer that.
I keep going. It's nobody business.
Right.
And if you inquiring, why?
Why? Because that
I'm
was just
talking about
explained to
for other people. Why?
Oh, not for me.
Go
Not
ahead,
for me.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck, bro. I want to talk basketball. I want to talk other shit.
Yeah.
But they're gonna say, PR, you just didn't do your job. This is part of the job, the bullshit part of the job, right?
I understand
But people, you know what I'm saying? It's shit stupid. I don't give a fuck. Really, let's talk about something else. That's you.
And that's how DL responded on the weekend work. DL, it might be a little bit of a transition. I don't want to give DL too much credit. Child, you can never give the DL too much credit, honey. You got to keep your eye on him, bitch. You got to keep your eye on him, honey. That's why ain't no lenses in my glasses, because both the lenses is somewhere on somebody's trade. Honey, you got to keep your eye on them. Girl. Now, Jesus, avoid them at all costs, honey. They'd be the reasons why we be blood on the leaves. Now, Jesus. What is this video, honey? Oh, Lord, honey. We got this Franklin debilitated ass nigga child responding to DL Howard. Lord forgive me. Child, I feel like this is mental health awareness abuse discussing him.
Me and Dwight Howard Instagram friends. Boy started following me about a year ago. I was excited. Boy, Dwight Howard with me. I'm finna go unfriend him today.
You think he followed me?
Dwight Howard with them big old strong arms held him down. Now, dick.
Child, I'm sorry. I don't think that y'all was even able to get into the tea, honey baby. We gonna try it again. We gonna try it again because I think some of y'all might.
Dwight Howard with them big old strong arms held him down. Now, who would have thought the nigga would hold him down and went to sucking on his dick? Normally them niggas go to raping you. Yeah. Normally them niggas, big niggas like that go to raping you, trying to shove dick off in you. Big old nigga like that begging for some dick and then going down on some dick. I was heartbroken. Nigga, I've been avoiding this question for a week. Every time I go live, motherfucker hit me, what about the White House? Man, y'all worried about another nigga dick.
Child, I was so weak the first time that y'all probably couldn't even hear it. This is why the DLs exist. This is why the DLs exist. They want to blame it on us. But it's the straight people's fault. They want to blame it on us. They try to say that we allure them and all of that. The straight people, y'all the reason why they exist, because they be trying to avoid this dumb shit. That's why they be saying that they straight even though they in court for homosexual activity. Jesus. Honey, fake ass Hotep. Honey, y'all favorite. We got to hear him talk crazy.
Dwight Howard, what you think about this situation?
Yes, with the LGBTQ. Now, I haven't read the paperwork, so I can only go by what I'm hearing. And the reports are saying that under oath, allegedly, under oath, Dwight Howard admitted to having sexual relations with a male. I don't like to see that. I was a Dwight Howard fan. As an African, someone who believes in African culture and consciousness, it hurts when I see my brothers go that way. But as an African, I disagree with this pattern. In the long run, we're going to suffer from it. Let's think about it. Only 1 out of every 4 black women get married. So if 1 out of 4 is getting married and you have another young man turning towards an alternative 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 11. You know what you call that? You call that genocide. Let's look at Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, there's one black.
My Lord, honey, why is they blaming Mother Africa on their homophobia when that's a European construct? Can somebody explain to me why they're blaming Mother Africa on homophobia when that's a European construct? Can somebody please explain that to me, honey? And these is the people who y'all want teaching y'all young black men. Oh my Lord, the niggardry is astounding. So first of all, magically, the number of homosexuals is going to increase exponentially for some reason, according to Dr. Umar. He hasn't given the reason why this number of homosexuals is going to increase, but I'm assuming that if homosexuality becomes accepted in the black community, then of course more people will feel comfortable with expressing their sexual variance, right? So I think Dr. Umar is telling on himself, and I think Dr. Umar is telling on himself and explaining to us that he knows that there's a lot of black people who are queer and closeted in the black community. Why not want these people to come out? Oh, you want them to live under your construct that you're blaming on Mother Africa. Then Dr. Umar starts to talk about 1 in 4 women, 1 in 4 black women are married, and that's going to become 1 in 11. Have you ever thought to blame niggas like you? Have you ever thought to blame black men for being trash as a motherfucker? Has that ever been an option for you, Dr. Umar? Was that ever part of the curriculum? Was that ever a talking point? Dr. Umar, if you spent as much time on your schools as you do on hating on homosexuals, hating on sexually variant and gender variant individuals, you would have had a whole campus by now, motherfucker. I have no idea why these nigerities is still falling for y'all fake hoteps. Clearly, y'all don't have the answers, and clearly y'all haven't had the answers. If so, y'all would have already saved the black community. We trying to help y'all save yourselves by continuing to remind y'all that gay and trans and queer and lesbian, they come in black Africa, baby. For all the pyramids that you claim to be aware of, you seem to not be aware of Tutankhamun, honey. For you to always be wanting to dig up the tea. You're not aware of the gender variant pharaohs. Honey, you don't want to talk about the male brides and the female husbands, huh? You don't want to talk about that part of Africa. You don't want to talk about how that part of Africa is no longer recognized because of the severe indoctrination of Christianity in Africa. The severe indoctrination of Islam in Africa. Honey, the Muslims, the Christians came over to fight the Muslims, honey. They've been over there since before World War I, missionaries converting the Negroid. They got a whole portion of the damn country, South Africa. Now, they took so many damn countries that they just called it South Africa and made them all one. I be trying to educate you niggas. Jesus is weeping. Honey, but back to DL. Honey, y'all know his baby mama, Royce. Yeah, Royce from Basketball Wives season 1 and 2. I think she did 2 seasons. Honey, yeah, Carlos King had her on.
How have you been?
because I never thought that I would get a chance to really tell my story. Things get shut down for money. Cases all of a sudden just go away. I was so scared for so long. That's also why he's so scared of me talking now, because I feel like there's like almost even a hit out on me because I am talking now.
Reality with the king, honey. Reality with Carlos King, honey. I've been told y'all, honey. The reason that Steven went public is because Mason been telling y'all, Royce been telling y'all that DL is a dangerous man, honey. Some people will do anything to keep their secrets. Child, pray for them. Pray for Steven. Pray for Miss Kitty. Pray for DL. Honey. Baby.